Alright, so I am going to do my best to not get too emotional about this. Um, this is likely going to be Butterscotch's last video, last update with us. It has been such an amazing time having him as our pet. Equal parts amazing and also challenging and wonderful and complicated and he's not an easy cat by any means, but a really good one at his best. Due to an allergic situation going on in our house, we no longer can keep him. And it's really unfortunate and it's really tough, but it's just kind of the way it is. Accordingly, we have found him what seems like an amazing home with an amazing person. And though he will continue his buttery journey without us, he's gonna keep on catting. And if I can be real with y'all for a second, and I'm talking to anyone who's watching this video, but also specifically to my lovely goons in the foster thread. And this is just sort of, after having fostered hundreds of cats, having a pretty decent understanding of these guys. And of course, not all the cats are the same, but in a very general sense, one of the ways I've always sort of viewed cats is that cat's gonna cat. They're gonna do pretty much what they're gonna do, and what I mean by that is we can love them, and they can certainly love us back in their way, but they're really good at rolling with the punches, like really, really good. We've fostered litters where litter mates have died, and we've had to, take cats to new homes, and then those people would bring them back to us, and they roll with the punches so amazingly well. And though he has, of course, gotten attached to us, he is perfectly capable of attaching himself to anyone, so long as they have some kibble in their pocket. Isn't that right, Butterscotch? Yeah, that's right. We know it. The fact of the matter is, every single time we have a guest over, oh, that's my baby monitor going off. Every single time we have a guest over, or we have anyone over, Butterscotch is so quick to just basically be the ambassador to the house, and everyone falls in love with him, and then he gets all the cuddles he needs from stranger people. So, even though what we have with him is, of course, something that we value, I think really he's just a social guy, and he's going to do really well wherever he goes, as long as he's with a friendly person. And it seems like where he's going, that's going to be the case. I haven't met the person yet, but my wife, it is her co-worker's daughter, and she seems just like a stellar person. I'm very impressed with what I've heard. So, the other thing is, this is probably honest to goodness, and it's really hard to say this because you never want to feel like you're not a good pet owner, and I do feel like we've of course done right by him. He's become a healthy dude under our watch, but we have a new baby, and that baby is not a quiet baby. She's a very demanding baby. She's an amazing baby, but she takes up a lot of our resources, and I am not giving Butterscotch as much attention now. Neither is my wife. We just can't. I mean, we're exhausted, and we're busy all the time, and when we're not, we're trying to nap and catch up, and I won't use the word neglected, because we certainly haven't neglected our pets. I've maintained his wellness, and after his diet, still give him attention when I can, but he needs a lot more. He just does, and you do your best, but he deserves more. So there is a very good chance, and I said it when I began this journey, and I meant it, that the only way we would ever rehome our cats, the allergy situation aside, is if we felt confident that they wouldn't only just be going to as good of a home, but a better one. And that's pretty much how I'm feeling about this other person who I'll be meeting tomorrow. If everything goes well with the meet and greet tomorrow, she'll be taking Butterscotch kind of for a soft adopt, because they have other animals in the house, and they need to make sure that it's not totally crazy. It'll be a little crazy at first. That's what always happens, but they know how to introduce animals to each other. So yeah. And having, if there's anything else that I kind of want to impart to y'all, it's just so much gratitude. I feel bad because I think I admitted it in the thread that I was super worried about posting about having to let Butterscotch go. I was a little anxious about it when I came to the decision that we had to do this. The first thing I was upset about was, losing my cats, of course. But then, not far after that, I was really worried about you all. Not because I thought I was going to hurt anyone's feelings or mess up anyone, but I thought, that people would be upset with me, that I would be not perceived as a failure, but just sort of as giving up. Um, even though that really isn't what's happening here. But, just the fact that you guys were all so stinking supportive of me was so moving. I was so down on myself over this decision, and just the fact that everyone, without exception, who said anything about this so far, of course it's okay to be upset about this, but the fact that I've gotten nothing but kindness from all of you has been just truly wonderful. So thank you. And look, this was, of course, my wife and I. This was our journey. We went on it. We got him well, but I can say unequivocally that without the love and support that you all provided, this wouldn't have happened. It just wouldn't have. He was so much work from the jump, and I don't know how anyone could have just put in all this time and effort with, as far as the weight loss. He did not go easily. It was many a night of him crying and crying and crying, and the fact that I had this giant cheer section behind me meant the world. It really did. And just knowing that the updates were not only going to be posted but read and enjoyed, and even sometimes a little inspiring. I mean, hey, we got the best cat on the Something Awful forums right here. That's a title that'll never get taken away, right, Butterscotch? Right, buddy? Yeah, that's right. So, we will hopefully, and we can't make any promises, and we're certainly not going to be overstepping, ex-parents. So if they want to send us pictures, then we will, of course, forward those along. But we're gonna do right now. Our job is his parents are done, and so it'll be up to his new owner to move along as she will. So look, again, if I could leave y'all with one or a couple of things, just don't worry about Butterscotch. Don't worry about, cats who go to good homes, no matter what. They're all going to be fine. He's a sweet dude. He wins everybody over who meets him. He's going to be just fine. And also, just thank you. Thank you all for being here with me. Thank you for reading. Thank you for being supportive. And, we will hopefully see him around, but if not, then hey, he's gonna have himself a happy life, and at the end of the day, that's what matters, right? That's why we got into this. We want to make the animals in our little area of the world, make them a little bit happier. So that's it, guys. This is it. This is Chili and Butterscotch signing off for the last time. And see, Butterscotch, you want to look at the camera one last time, bud? Give them one last existential dread there. That's pretty good. What do you think, buddy? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, take care. Be well. And hey, if you ever have the chance to foster, just go do it. Find a way to make it happen. Find a way to do it. It's a wonderful, magical experience. It'll take you on all different kinds of rides, and I can't speak highly enough of the process. So be good to each other. Be good to animals. I love you all.